Okay, it's official now. All right, so yeah, how to create and present a CMA a day to build your listing business, right? That's the point. Everybody wants more listings, and especially right now. So why a CMA a day? You want to engage with your sphere of influence in a real and meaningful way and deliver value, right? So this is a great way to connect with people, actually provide them something that they're going to like. Everybody wants to know, especially right now, how much equity they have. You want to empower your friends and family with useful information. You want to have more listings and help deplete the housing shortage. You want to stay top of mind with the people you care about, right? So this is going to do all those things. I surmise that this should take, even if you are not super technology friendly, no more than probably 45 minutes when you start to about half an hour of time in the morning where you can connect with your sphere in a meaningful way. So what you're going to need to do this, you will need a homeowner. I guess we can send them to nobody, but we have to have somebody to send it to. Cloud CMA and Zoom, and basically an internet connection, right? Okay, so find a homeowner. We probably want to find somebody, obviously in our sphere of influence that, like, okay, who are these people? Past clients are perfect, right? Especially if you sold them the house. Current clients, family, friend, vendors, service providers, schoolmates, group members, neighbors, church members, your kids, coaches and part of their little league team, or the brownies, or really just think outside of the box. This is for building your sphere of influence. There are a million people that we have connections with all the time. I know it's a little bit less right now for some of us. I don't know, like Josiah, maybe your DoorDash driver, whoever, right? But so we're going to find these people. What we need from them in order to be able to accomplish this task is their name, first and last. We're going to need an address or a general idea of where they live, because we can kind of research it, and then an email address and or a phone number so that we can send them the finished product, right? So pretty easy. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is create the Cloud CMA, right? And I know that Joe just kind of went through this a couple Fridays ago. But I'm just going to kind of touch on it again so that everybody is very familiar with it. Hold on here. I think I have to go between screens. Okay, so in order to do Cloud CMA, we're going to go first to mydesk.johnlscott.com. We're going to log in with your John L. Scott information. Down here towards the bottom in the quick links, you can easily get to Cloud CMA right here. I just click on that icon and it opens up my Cloud CMA tool. And okay, taking its sweet time. All right, so in order for me to do a CMA, just how I do it. So the first thing is, because we mentioned that we need an address, right? So let's go get an address. I'm going to go to my Sierra and I'm going to search my leads. For this one, I'm going to actually use my brother, Adam Fox. Okay, there he is. And I got his, I got his phone number, I got his email address, and I have his address. Okay, I'm good to go. So the first thing I do when I'm going to do a CMA is I Google the address. And I do this because I want to see what the estimators have to say about the home. Just because I'm curious what people will be seeing. So this is the idea that they're going to have of what their home is worth. So Redfin says it's worth 909, and Zillow says it's worth, excuse me, I got all these weird things in the way, 902. Oh, so they're both very similar. So my brother probably thinks his house is worth about 900,000 based on the estimators, right? So that's good to know. Now, let's say that, because I did mention if you didn't have the address, that we just need to know the general area. So if I just know the general area, then I can come to Realist, which I'm going to do anyway, right? So I always want to have Realist open because that's going to give me the county data, all the features of the home that I need to do the CMA. But let's say all I know is their name, last name, first name, Fox Adam. Okay. And then if I know a general idea of where they live, for example, I know that he lives in Snohomish, right? So, even if I didn't know that he lived in Snohomish, maybe I knew he lived somewhere in Snohomish County, there would only be a couple of them I'd have to check. Sometimes a really popular name is a little bit tougher, but and then of course his wife is Ryan. Okay. So this is pretty easy. So, so now I have the address if I did not have it before, right? So we know it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,100 square foot on a 6,900 square foot lot built in 2012. And very good. So I have enough information now to start doing my CMA. And so the next thing I'm going to do is come back to the Northwest MLS and start a home search. So I'm going to do a general search, and I'm going to do active, contingent, pending, and sold, right? 0 to 180 days, that's 6 months. So I only want to go back. I want 6 months of data, and I'm going to do residential because it's a residential. And I'm going to take the address and I'm going to pop it in the this map search. I'm going to say probably to start 1 mile radius of the address. So this is going to pull all the actives and solds and pendings and everything that's in a 1 mile circle of the address, right? So we want proximity. Sometimes if they're like the other day I did one, like Chris's listing, right? So a 1 mile circle for his would take him out of Edmonds and put him into Linwood. So sometimes I'll come in here and select the city, or like with Terry, we did one the other day where it was in, oh my God, what's the little town next to Edmonds there?
Not Woodway.
Woodway, yeah. And
Woodway.
Yeah, Woodway, yep. So that one I wanted to do a bigger radius, but Woodway is like a whole different price point than everything else. So I'll only see listings in Woodway. And this one, it's Snohomish. So I might get a little bit of Everett. I don't know if there's a huge difference there. So I'm not too concerned with it. So I'm just going to do a 1 mile radius of that address. Then I'm going to go and look at beds. This one's a 3-bedroom. So I'm probably going to do 3+ bedrooms. It's 2.5 bath. So I'm just going to do 1.5+ bathrooms. It just needs to be more than one. It could be like 1 in a powder room. Square footage. So we're at 2149. I usually go about 300 square foot plus or minus. So what would that be? About 1850 to 2450. And we'll see what that gets us. Ooh, 28 matches. Interesting. All right, so let's shrink this up a bit to 1/2 mile radius, 6. Okay, so kind of stuck there. So let's go with 1. And now I can do year built. Let's see if that helps. So we're built in 2012. So probably you would say maybe everything 2000 and up. There we go, 14 matches, right? So that's a good number. And is everybody tracking along with this so far? Am I going too fast? Does this make sense? Maybe make a noise if it's not. Okay, I will go by the silence that we are perfectly in tune. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the results. And as always, we have 1 pending, no actives, and a whole bunch of solds. So technically, we should get like a couple actives, a couple pendings, and a couple solds. But good luck ever trying to find an active. And Joe, is that a raise a hand or are you congratulating me with a clapping hand?
I was clapping. I thought it went away quickly. There it did.
Oh, okay. So we did get one pending, so that's good. But let's take a look and see what we have for pricing. Okay, so we got pending 900,000. Remember our estimator was 900,000. So we're right on point right so far. So good job. This one does have one more bedroom, but maybe a little bit smaller lot, you know, built in 2005, a little older. Okay. But, you know, if I'm really doing a CMA, I'm going to call this agent and see what happened because it went pending in 3 days. And so we can safely assume that they got higher than 900,000. My guess is probably 975, maybe $1 million, right? But I would call and find out and try to get as much information as I could. But I will use this one anyway. So I'm going to take this MLS number. I'm going to take it over to my cloud CMA, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new report. I'm going to do a CMA. Name, Adam and Brian Fox. Okay, let me drop this. So down here under exact listings, I will never do a quick and dirty. That's not a CMA, that's just another estimator. So the exact listing, so I dropped that MLS number in there. And let me go ahead and finish up this. Enter the address. It will fill this in. What would we say it was? 2.5 baths. Yeah. 2,200 square foot, single family. Now, again, when I'm Googling it initially, I'll take I'll save the image of the house somewhere and then load it into this cover photo just to personalize it a little bit more for the sake of, you know, time. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, okay, so we got one MLS number in there. Let's go back to our search. Next one. So this looks like a Rambler, so we're not going to use that one. So what is this, huh? Charming Rambler. Okay, here we go. This one only did 765. This looks like a piece of garbage here. Okay, 790. Well, that's not helping us too much, but we'll use it for right now. Okay, let's see here. Here we go, 825. These ones are, I obviously know what his house looks like. These are a little bit more like boxy and a little bit not as nice of a place. So they're not the perfect comps, but we're going to use them just for the sake of putting one together. Looks like a whole bunch of this same neighborhood here. And anyway, so I want to get about 10 of these if I can. Okay, here we go. Here's a little bit more personality. Getting up to 865. And meanwhile, while I'm doing this, I'm double checking to make sure, like, okay, where are we at with lot size and et cetera, to make sure that everything does match up right. I just happen to know this area is all these little, these same houses. It's all was new construction in 2000. So I know they're all going to be pretty much the same. Okay, here we go. We're getting up into 895. And also the timing, you know, so we've already even had appreciation since like November when a lot of these went. Okay, 900. So everything's kind of pointing to 900, right? Except for our new pending, which would have kicked it up to $1 million, which will affect our average sales price when we get there. Okay. I know this part is boring. Sorry, I'd like to try to make it more fun. Maybe I could tell jokes while I'm copying and pasting MLS numbers. But I did choose this neighborhood for a reason because it's super easy. All the houses are the same, you know. So at least we could go through. It's usually oftentimes not going to be this easy. You have to kind of really look and see, okay, what are these houses like? What are the pluses and minuses? What are the differences? Okay, so we got a bunch. Very good. So now we fetch the listings. So we have all the data. And then, okay, so Cloud CMA is going to put it all together. Oh, very interesting that this is the subject property here. Nothing in their direct neighborhood in the last 6 months. Everything's off to the side, but it'll work anyway. So what we're seeing is an average or a median of 895. And so, you know, right about where we want to be at that 900 mark. So, and what I would do is I'd say, I usually like to give a range of about $50,000, depending on like what condition the home is in. So for this one, I'd say a range of 900K to 950K. Now for the sake of you know, doing the equity for, you know, your client or whatever, I probably would go ahead and just pick one. And I think that other property probably went for $1 million. So I think that he could probably get $1 million. And so I'm going to probably lean a little bit higher for the sake of these videos and for my client. So I'm probably going to go like 979. Does that make sense to everybody? Why I would lean a little bit higher on these versus if this was a real listing presentation, I would keep it at the 9 to 950 because I want to try to list it a little bit lower and use the market to get it up. But for sending these videos out, I want them to see what the potential is and how much, you know, equity they really have. So, okay, so I'm going to go 979, set that price and customize the report. Just for the sake of, and let's go back to, if I switch back to this, can you guys see the PowerPoint and my screen?
No, we're just seeing the CMA report.
Yeah, so I have to like go back, right? Okay, so I've opened Realist, I've Googled the address, I've opened Cloud CMA, I've entered the homeowner information. I've opened Northwest MLS Matrix, started a general search. I'm searching for comparables. I found 6 to 10 comparable properties. I added them to the Cloud CMA, and now I'm fetching the listings. So basically, you know, we're creating the report. I determined the price, set the price, and customize the report. So my report's already customized. So I don't have to do that. And I've already picked a theme. I use the John L. Scott Exceptional Homes theme. It's just a nice black theme that the Cloud CMA comes with, and it puts like exceptional homes on everyone. And why not? Every home should be an exceptional home. I use the 3-column comparison layout because when you're doing the listings, it'll put them in 3 columns. Otherwise, it makes the report like 60 pages long. The 3-column comparison will keep it around 30 or 40, which is just a little bit more manageable. And then the suggested pages, this is just me suggesting them. You know, I use a title page, the agent resume, map of all listings, summary. And actually, let me show you on the Cloud CMA itself. Okay, so theme, John Scott, exceptional, 3-column comparison. And then, yeah, the title page. I have a custom marketing action plan, but map of all listings, summary of comparable properties, the listings themselves, comparable property statistics, the online valuation analysis. This is actually a really neat little thing that they throw in to show you how inaccurate Zillow is oftentimes. A sold property analysis and the suggested list price, and then your client testimonials or your reviews, okay? And now I'm going to publish the report. Okay, so how about that? We got a CMA done in under 20 minutes, right? And so we're halfway there. Now we have to like create the video to send to the client. So Cloud CMA gives us the CMA in 2 forms, one as a PDF and one as a live link. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and view the PDF. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and download this. I would put it in like our client folders, but for the sake of making it easy, go ahead and put it on my desktop. Okay, so that's saved for right now. I'm done with that. And now I have my live link, and the live link kind of makes a website out of it, right? For all intents and purposes. Okay, has everybody created a live link CMA and kind of click through this just to see how it looks and feels and whatnot?
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, we'll click through it a little bit more because we're going to do a video. Okay, so we go back to, sorry, I got a construction zone in here. Okay, so we got our setup. We published our report. We saved the PDF CMA. We've opened the live link. Very good. All right, now it's time to start making our video. So in order to make the video, you can make the video however you want. I'm suggesting the Zoom because, you know, it's just easy and it gives you the, you know, the shared screen. So where you can, you know, show yourself. So you're, you know, you're promoting your face and all that. And you can say hello and then you can share your screen and show, you know, what you have accomplished. Right. So, so anyway, all you do is, you know, open Zoom, and I don't think I can show you how to do it because the record button is like hidden somewhere, but you know, there's a record button. I think that you have to have like a premium version of it in order to record to the cloud, which is what I'm doing right now. But you can record to your desktop, which will just save it as a file on your computer. You'll just have to, once you're done sending it to the client, you know, make sure you delete them because they're going to be big files. But anyway, so you can save it to your desktop. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open Google Earth, the Cloud CMA Live View, and a Northwest MLS net sheet, right? So, because we want to show them what their equity is. Did I just share to this screen? I did, yeah. Okay. So we have, what a fun coincidence. This has not been happening so close to me. And today it is. All right. Up here in the upper right-hand corner of Northwest MLS, there is a little button called Financial Tools. And within your financial tools is a seller's net proceed worksheet.
You need to share that screen.
It's not sharing that one. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the Northwest MLS. Okay, so you can see this screen now, right? The Northwest MLS, the matrix.
Yep.
Okay, up here in the upper right-hand corner, financial tools. And then you get a bunch of like an affordability calculator and a payment calculator, a rent versus buy calculator. But here's your seller's net proceeds. And this worksheet's pretty simple to use. Now, here's the thing. You don't know what their loan payoff is. Now, we could get really tricky and go dig in and find that. Like if you do a HomeBot report, it'll tell you what it is and stuff. But I think that that seems like more creepy than what I would like to do. So I'm not going to, I'm going to say, like, when I deliver this to them, I'm going to say, hey, this is your net equity minus what you owe on your loan, right? Because anyway, right, I think that speaks for itself. So selling price, we're going to say $979. Closing date doesn't really matter. We're going to say a $0 mortgage balance, right? Real estate fees. So we're going to do straight 6. Oh, excuse me. That's for each one. Listing is 3 and selling is 3. Buyer's loan cost paid by sellers. Probably not going to happen. County, Snohomish for this one. and it will calculate the property taxes a little bit differently based on the county. So, dun, dun, dun. So, dun, dun, dun. And then, you know, we don't really know, you know, what kind of other assessments or anything that they have. So let's see here. Okay. So your closing costs are going to be about $81,585. Net proceeds are going to be $897,414 minus whatever you owe on your loan and whatever other fees, you know, we can't account for right this second, but a general idea. Okay. So we got that. Oh, let's open our Google Earth. Space, the final frontier. You guys halfway, I'm waiting to see Elon Musk come flying by there. All right, hit the little search dealy bobber, and we're gonna load up the address.
You're not sharing your screen, you know that, right?
You can't see the Google Earth.
Nothing.
Okay. It's a lot of back and forth, so I apologize. I have to change each time. So let me go back. Oh, no wonder you guys didn't laugh at my Elon Musk joke. There we go. There's Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk.
There we
Okay. Thank you. All right. So you hit the little search dealy bobber over here on the left-hand side and load up the address. Okay, there it is. But I'm not gonna do it yet because I want to kind of just have it loaded and ready to go. So now I have my where'd the seller's net sheet go? Okay, so I have my seller net sheet. I have my live version of my cloud CMA. I have my Google Earth. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and open up my Zoom, and I'm going to share my screen, right, so that we can see the Google Earth. And basically, when you're ready to start recording, you're going to hit the record button, right? Okay, now when you hit the record button and then you click on the little Google Earth search thing, it's going to kind of zoom in and into the address. So this is where I'm going to kind of make my introduction, right? I mean, you're not really introducing yourself because this is like, for example, this is my brother, you know, so, you know, even this dialogue, alter it to what makes sense, you know. So for him, you know, it'd just be like something like, hey, Adam, this is, well, I wouldn't even say me. I'd just be like, hey, Adam, I'm doing something fun for all my family members, just kind of updating everybody on their home value. You know, everybody knows that home values have gone absolutely bananas recently. So I know you've been watching the news. So anyway, I just want to give everybody a quick update. I know you're not ready to sell your house right now, but you know, everybody should know what their home value is. So I just want to share that with you. And then, hey, but you know, if you do know anybody that's thinking about selling, I would love to help them. So let me show you what's going on, right? And that little introduction should basically take you through the zooming of the Google Earth. And I'll show you. So let's say I'm on my Zoom. I click my record button. All right. I hit my little place. Hey, everybody, you know, blah, 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 what I just said, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, it's zooming in. Oh, isn't that cool? And just zoomed right into their house. Pretty neat. Okay. So, yeah, so let me show you what's going on. So then I go ahead and go over to my live video or my live CMA. And so, hey, I did this comparative market analysis for you. So we can kind of look and see what your equity is on your home. Let me show you what I found out. I'm not going to do any of this marketing stuff. But interesting thing, nothing in your exact neighborhood has gone pending or sold here in the last 6 months. So we did have to find some stuff over here, but I was able to find about 9 solds and 1 pending that represent, very similar to your home. And so what we found is the average price of the solds is about $873, and I can kind of go through and talk about like the pluses and minuses of things and the timing of thing and all that, like you would normally do a CMA, probably a little bit quicker, not quite as in depth. It looks like the average price per square foot around your area is about $389. Wow, look at that. Everything in your area is selling lightning fast in an average of just 4 days, and everything selling for 10% higher than what we listed at. So that's really great news for you. I know that Zillow and Redfin and such is where people tend to get their pricing from, but we can see here, even in your neighborhood where there's so many homes that are very similar, looks like they're off about 12% usually, or $100,000. So it's best to always talk to your real estate agent and make sure you really get that CMA and don't trust the estimates for anything more than what they are. And then what I found out is based on those comparables, I think I could sell your house for about $979,000 right now. Yeah, isn't that bananas? That's great news. Hey, I also went ahead and put a net sheet together for you, and I'm going to click over onto a different share screen, and let's see here. So I'm not sure what your how much you owe on your house. Obviously that's personal, but anyway, I put the selling price of $979 in, along with all the fees that would be associated, or a lot of the fees that would be associated with selling your house. So after your closing costs, your net proceeds would be about $897,414, and that's then less whatever you owe on the home. So most everybody has seen their equity rise by about 40 to 50% over the last couple of years. I'm sure that's the case for you. So great news. Yeah, again, if you know anybody that's looking to sell right now, please give me a holler, and yeah, let's catch up real soon. Haven't talked to you in a while. Thanks a lot, whatever. Right. And then stop recording. Okay.
That's awesome, man.
So we we went through over all this. We're talking about the time to sell, the online valuation, the suggested list price. We switched to the seller net proceeds. Oh yeah. So here's a suggested dialogue for ending the closing. I haven't been in your house in a bit, but we're within about 5% probably of your home value, pretty close. Way closer than Zillow will be, which we saw is off by about 12% in your neighborhood. But I have access to the seller's net proceed app on Northwest MLS, and I ran the net sheet online. I don't know what your mortgage is today, but here's what your net looks like based on your current sales price minus your mortgage. Let me know what you think of this. Love to talk to you. Let's get together soon, right? Whatever, some version of that. Stop recording. After you stop recording, Zoom's going to send you a link to the recorded video if you have the ability to record to the cloud. If not, you're going to get a copy of the video. Now, there is one more step with that, because you can't just send your friend or family member a gigabyte video file, right? So you will have to upload it somewhere. So what I would do is I would upload that to YouTube. And when you upload it to YouTube, just make sure that you set the publicity level to unlisted. So that way you have to have the link in order to find it, right? So that, not everybody can come and see that video, but your sphere of influence person will be able to, right? So set the publicity level to unlisted. Okay, so now you got a link to this video, right? So you did the CMA. You did a fun little video. You showed them what their equity is on their home and what it's worth in today's market, what the current market value of their home is, right? Is everybody with me on that? The current market value of your home. I don't care what anybody says or what the estimates say or anything else. This is the current market value of your home. So now we need to email and or text the homeowner. And I would just keep it super simple, right? Hey, here's a quick update on your home value with a link to the video I created. Have a fantastic day. Let's talk soon, right? Super simple. And they're gonna be like intrigued by this, like, oh, okay, what did you do here? And I think people, they love these videos, right? I would also go ahead and attach the PDF CMA to the email, because remember in the video, you're kind of going through the live version, but they're not going to have control of that. So they're probably going to want to take a deeper dive into what comparables you found and whatnot. So go ahead and attach the remember that PDF version that we saved to our desktop or wherever it is that you save it to, so that they can look through the CMA more thoroughly at their own leisure. And then follow up, right? So then I'm going to go back to my Sierra. And where are you at? Okay. And I'm going to put in the notes, sent a CMA a day or whatever. Okay. So that I can remember I did that. Add the note. And then I'm going to probably put a task in. I don't know, maybe like 3 days or something. Maybe like Tuesday. And maybe like 10 a.m. signed to me. And it's going to be follow up about CMA a day, right? Add the task. And now I have the reminder. And I am set. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to do a CMA a day.
Nice.
All right.
In less than 40 minutes, dude. 40 minutes.
Less than 40 minutes, yeah. Well, it would have been a lot faster if I don't have to try to figure out what screen I'm talking on and all that, Anyway, questions, comments, additions?
I liked your zoom in with the Google Earth. That's a cool little ad.
All right. Well, very good. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.
Awesome.